Have you ever found yourself pouring your energy into a space she just vacated? Your words met with a silence so profound it echoes in your own mind. This isn't just rejection, it's erasure. And your first instinct, to seek, to prove, to plead, is the very poison you drink, hoping she will feel its effect. We are wired to close the loop, to demand a resolution. But what if that ancient, desperate wiring is the trap itself? The conventional map is wrong. To be unseen is not a call to shout louder into the void, but to turn and face a far more terrifying and liberating truth. This compulsion to fill the silence is a ghost haunting its own machine. It is the ego's raw scream against the existential dread of its own insignificance. A primal fear Nietzsche understood. To be ignored is to be rendered powerless. But the true prison isn't her silence. It's the meaning you're forced to manufacture in its vacuum. You are caught in a psychological panopticon, policing yourself based on a perceived judgment from a warden who isn't even watching. Your frantic search for a why is a desperate attempt to reclaim narrative control, yet this very quest anchors you deeper in her shadow. You are trying to solve a maze drawn on her terms. The unseen consequence is the slow erosion of your sovereignty. Each unanswered text becomes a silent referendum on your worth, conditioning you to seek external validation. This is the societal cage Huxley warned of, a soft, self-policing prison where we willingly chain our self-esteem to the fleeting attention of others. Neurologically, you are reinforcing a circuit of lack, a feedback loop where her indifference literally rewires your brain to anticipate rejection. You become a ghost in your own life, haunted by the approval of someone who has already left the room. This is how silence becomes a weapon you turn on yourself. The rebellion begins with a radical act of theft, stealing back your attention. This is not passive acceptance, but an aggressive withdrawal of your consciousness from her court of opinion. Embrace the Stoic maxim: you control only your response. Her silence is not a void you must fill, but a space you are now free to occupy with your own purpose. Redirect that desperate energy inward. What you label neglect is actually liberation, a severance of the tether forcing you to orbit her reality. Your power lies not in reversing her gaze, but in the monumental decision to stop offering yours as a tribute. The ultimate truth is this: her ignoring you was never about your worth, but her perception. And you were never seeking her attention. You were seeking a reflection of yourself you deemed valid. The final realization is that the mirror was always empty. Your value is not found in the eyes of another, but in the unwavering conviction of your own gaze. You are not being overlooked. You are being freed. Let the silence that once terrified you become the sacred space where you finally and fully hear the only voice that ever truly mattered, your own. Recapping, we've discussed how being ignored can be really tough to deal with. A woman might ignore someone for many reasons, and it's essential to try to understand where she's coming from. Ignoring behavior is often a reflection of personal feelings and circumstances. If you've ever been in a situation where you were ignored, share your experiences in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about relationships and communication, check out my video on how to deal with rejection in a healthy way.